This is a video about the new Gore campus of Laura. It is not a part of it. Was put up by Laura as a city, but it's not a part of Laura as a city. So what happened was that the gentleman that used to run Laura passed away literally about a month or so ago. He had a vision of a campus for the to restore old values, what we call old values, making Gore real or making Gore what we call good Gore. And they loved her. Basically, the guy that ran, his name was Kit Bogard, and he passed away. And so they built this campus in honor of him. And I was asked to come and be a part of I'm a chancellor. And let me show you who I am. I'm basically fascinated by the lighting, but I was asked to be a part of this as a chancellor, and I said I would do it. And there's several reasons for that. Now, you're going to ask the reason. I don't want to make this video unduly long, but you're going to ask, we've already got two campuses. Number one, as you can tell, this campus uses the modern lighting, which makes it very, very beautiful compared to the two older campuses that are basically, how do I put that? I think they came out before mesh even. And they're not bad. It's just that why not have a campus that reflects where Second Life is going? The other reason Kit wanted to see it, some of the other campuses have been teaching courses like how should subs and masters relate to one another. And I don't know, but Gore doesn't have subs, and it certainly doesn't have well, they have masters. They don't have submissives. Those are great BDSM terms. They're not great Gorean. The other thing is there's lack of classes. I can't guarantee this campus is going to resolve that. I do know we have teachers already. One of them's going to teach music, how to use the musical instruments, and how to literally design music for the Gorean musical instruments, which is cool. We're going to try and have a lot. I'm going to try and find teachers that will do some of the classes that used to be offered. The idea is to Gore's us. I'll put it that way. The way you think, the way you act is Gore. It's not. It's a concept. It's based off the books by John Norman, of which I believe there's 38 of them now and sold around the world, and millions of people have read it. And many people are inspired by them, even though they may not agree with everything. But the point of it is that Gore is a role play, which very, very much is based off of certain philosophical principles. And when role play allows you the greatest flexibility you could have, just about any role is possible as long as it's within certain parameters, but pretty much anything. Look at that reflection factor. And I'm excited because a year ago you couldn't even get that. It was impossible. So I've already explained some of the philosophy. We want what we call good gore. Not Disney gore, not all that other stuff. Gore is gore. We're looking for teachers. We're talking to some of you people out there that have been around for a while. There are people that were teaching back, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Even some of the people I know have been in Gore since 2005. And you've got the notes, you've lived this stuff, you know how to do it. And I'd like to see you actually allow other people to understand it. Well, I hear stories like, well, Gore's changed and it's not the same. No, it hasn't. This particular YouTube channel gets 400 hits a month. That's a lot. I only have 100, I think 130 subscribers, but 400, which means a whole lot of people are coming here to look at what Gore is. And all my videos are, it's about Gore. I don't bring in any outside information. Two, every single year, I get new people come to me saying, I'm new to Gore. Can you help me learn about it? I'm blessed to have that happen. But the fact of the matter is, I know for a fact people are coming in. I every single year run into people who are who are back to Gore, people that were gone for a number of years, some of them as long as a decade. I just finished IMing a girl that's back to Gore, and she's been gone and literally was around well 15 years ago. That's happening a lot. Why? Because there's a fabric in Gore they relate to. And it's not the new Gore, the Disney Gore, the Gore that got into issues a few years ago. They're back because they relate to the Gore that was there. And rather than changing ourselves and saying, oh no, Gore's gone, Gore doesn't matter anymore, how about if we actually live what we believe about Gore and let us transform Gore. All right, this is one of the classrooms. I want to do a quick run around and show you some of the campus. It's not what you would expect. So let's go take a look. This Now, when you arrive, there's a TP board. This pretty much goes to all of Laura. Again, these are not connected to the campus at all. This is, I mean, to the campus. It's the city of Laura. There's actually a lot, but the only thing I'm going to show you on this is the library link at the bottom. That is the largest library in Gore that I know of. It has over 4,000 scrolls. It covers all topics. It's very, very systematic. I know because I helped build it. It is very, very, very nice and well worth going to. And I wanted you to know that that was available when you get here. So when you're spending time on the campus, if you want to go look and read, all the high casts are there. The slave section's huge. The Like I said, it's a complete library. You can study anything from the Casa over to. So there's the emblem, Gorean College of Laura, really pretty. As we said, we are looking for, we really don't have professors. I think that's more of an earth term. We do have instructors though, and we're seeking instructors and students. So, and I'm the chancellor. There is a vice chancellor, and then the people, of course, who run the city are part of the infrastructure. You walk up, you're going to come out the landing. You're going to come to this central square. There's going to be 5 sets of stairs coming off of this. And you can choose to sit and just visit here and enjoy. Obviously, during the daytime, it gives a different impression. There is a beautiful garden next to that red fountain. Again, it's PBR material, but there's flowers everywhere. A lovely fountain. Like I said, I'm going to purposely leave this in PBR. Kit loved, here we go, loved the yellow rose. And that's why you're going to see them. That's why it's the emblem of the school. It's why it's all over this room. This is a classroom. This is kind of the Kit Bogard Memorial Room. There's the yellow rose. It explains it. Founder Kit Bogard's favorite flower is the yellow rose. You see its beauty bloom throughout the campus and city in honor of his memory. Now, this is the administrative building. It's where my office is. And it isn't really used for teaching. It does have a wonderful, this is where my office can be found. If I'm here, it will tell you if I'm on campus. If I am, of course, it's going to be lit up because I put a sign up. That's my office over there. I'm not going to go in there. And then a really lovely place just to sit and talk. Backing away. Grander receptionists and things will be here, but you can just sit, chat, talk, play Kasa, whatever you want to do in here. Here, it's the green teaching room. Let me show you why I'm calling it that. Then I'm going to go back to night vision when I get over to the other place. The windows are green. The chairs are green. It's all green. If by chance we can get any physicians to come and teach, this would be a great spot. You can put more chairs out. Shoot, you can even set up stuff in the alcoves or surrounding it, put equipment, whatever's needed, and use it for teaching space. Just an idea. Once you see the ceiling, by the way, these things are extremely detailed. See the ceiling on this building? Okay, good enough. There's a map in the center place I showed you when you walk up. I told you that there's a center area you can talk. There is a map over here, and you can walk over and actually see the layout. See that? 5 halls. There's a white pavilion, a green pavilion. And there's signs over like we know Rankin Hall's to the left side. So each of these have that. So you're not just wandering around aimlessly. By the way, this is going to be the calendar of studies, what's being taught where and when. See, that's what's going to be there. Now, you can, good news. I have no idea what that thing is. You can, just realized it's the lanterns. You can go ahead and mark the locations. Some places you can't do that. You go crazy. Let's go up, take a look. Pretty nice, isn't it? Now, just for fun, let's go back to what it is was shared because really nice accommodations. There's a lot of ways this could be used. Let's say we bring in a major speaker or teacher that brings in people, 50, 60 people. Excellent spot to accommodate them. We can put up tables. We can put up tables here, basically bring people in, let them see, hear a major speaker. And there happens to be a a stage. We could actually bring in entertainment, singers or otherwise. I would love to see the musicians of Gore adopt this, where they could actually come in. Yeah, I know a lot of times it's tambourines and things like that and different types of instruments where you've been teaching a class on it. But on the other hand, for those who, that gives you a better idea of what the ceiling looks like. For those who actually do full blown musical productions or what have you, this would be the spot for it. This has a chapel. I have not figured out quite what to do with this. As you can tell, another lovely building. I suspect that Kit wanted it, so they put it in. I'm not sure what to do with it. However, without being sacrilegious, I could see an art show or something else being put in here. Now, that may sound odd, but at one time I was an art gallery proprietor in real life. And when I look at walls like this, I see places to hang art. And that's exactly what I did. I took an historical building, went in, and hung the art on the walls. So it can be used dual purpose. There's the ring, so you could say initiates could use it. For those of you who want to teach art, explain art, how to do it digitally or otherwise, we're open for business on that. Seeing space. I could see this being used to teach slaves. The three moons of Gore, which I find totally fascinating that those are hanging. Excellent place to teach slaves. The pillows are there, the stuff is there, person stand in the middle and do instruction. This is a building I envision for doing slave training in, and there's some other uses too, and I'll show you why. It's the only 3-story in the whole place. And I'm just going to tell you right up front, the top story, the middle story is used for the vice chancellor's office, and the top story has bedrooms. Let me see if I can cam in, then I'll show you what's going on down below. There are beds. And so if we do teach slaves and if there's a need, we can actually put some slaves up here. We can even add some more beds for that matter. Lovely fireplace. Stairs going up. I've already explained what's up the stairs. And then what I've done out back, those could be actually put books in it to use for the classrooms. There's a couple of things I've installed out here. One is, and we haven't finished with this, is a table that can be used. A sink needs to be put in. So does a serving bar. Honestly, that fireplace has no use. Well, I'll take that back. But I do need a sink unit and some other things. That is actually it can be done northern or southern style for teaching cooking and things like that. And a dance pit. I've already got a teacher to teach dance, how to put it together, how to choreograph it, use of music, editing, all that. And as I explained earlier, there's these great gardens for the girls to go in after class or waiting on another class, depending. All right. I want to please consider A, teaching. Like I said, we'd like to see teachers, especially those of you who have been around a while. There's a lot of material that used to be taught in Gore that we've gotten away from. I think some of that can be brought back or needs to be brought back. That's my opinion, but I'm sticking to it. Um, I think there's a high interest. I already explained why in learning again. I think some people have given up and quit teaching because they feel like Gore is not what Gore used to be. Gore is you. Gore is the people in Gore. Yes, there's a lot of BDSM people come into Gore. However, like in my city, if a girl basically refuses to learn and doesn't kneel and do the things that we need from her, she's eventually asked to leave the city. So our slaves do kneel. We don't have that. We don't kneel and go in that. If they're not willing to, we ask them to leave. If they're not willing to serve, we say, "Yep, you're not the kind of slave we want." And yet, our slave, we've got in the kennel six, and we probably have at least easily 15 privately owned slaves. So the point of it is there are women still willing to do that style. I know for a fact people want to learn about Gore, how to live it, how to do it. The musical instrument things I'm looking forward to. There's a lot of cool stuff like that that can be taught. I'm hoping to get a teachers for the Panther lifestyle. Somebody to come in and explain how to be a Panther and do classes on it. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes, but that's the direction.